Let's make some chocolate dip strawberries. Now, most of the time the stems are left on, but I don't like that. I like to pick something up and be able to put it in my mouth without having to worry about grabbing onto this, or if you buy the Driscoll strawberries with the stem, but they're expensive. But what I'm going to do, you can either have this type of little fork or toothpick. I'm going to put it in there on an angle because I'm going to dip the strawberry and then sit it on the aluminum foil or the wax paper like so. Or we can use a wooden skewer, which this might be too long, but all you have to do is just cut it in the middle and you have that. Going to coat it with toasted almonds. They're easy to toast. Put them in the oven at 350 and leave them until they turn light brown. I'm going to sprinkle a little graham cracker crumbs on them also. Found them in the closet. I go, oh, that's a good idea. And the chocolate that you use, just crack it up, shave it up, or buy those little morsels, semi-sweet or dark, mixed together, or just dark, whatever you like. The better the chocolate, the better the taste. And to melt it, we'll do that right now. For me, the easiest way to melt and work with the item is to double boil it on a very low flame. It doesn't take much to melt the chocolate, and that's what you want to do. Just melt it. You don't want to destroy it. Sit the chocolate in there, and then you can work right next to it as you're doing this. Some people put it in the microwave. So then after you take it out, and if you're not fast enough, depending on how much you're making, then you have to go back in the microwave. So it's an in and out thing. And this is so simple. And we'll lay out a piece of parchment paper used for baking, and we're going to place them on there. Meanwhile, let me get the strawberries ready, and the dried apricots. These are a nice item to dip. Very simple. Dip, place it down. Dried pineapple, dried orange. They work well. So we'll just wait for this to melt. That'll take a few minutes. Well, while melting the chocolate, you have to stir it, and don't use a big spoon. Why? Because the chocolate sticks to the spoon. So I'm using the back of this little wooden pick. And if your chocolate after it melts is like too thick, this one won't be, you could add a few drops of either clarified butter or some vegetable oil. But if you notice, see what sticks to the stick? You'll lose a lot if you use a big spoon. I'll just leave that like so. Now, and the strawberries, don't forget to wash them and then pat them dry, leave them stand for a little while. They cannot be wet, or the chocolate will not adhere to them as it should. Well, let me start and do the easy ones first. The dried apricot. Just dip it and leave enough like for a handle and place it on the parchment paper. I'm using these baking mats just because I just happened to see it in the closet, and you line those up. It's nice when you have the dried fruits, the whatever dried fruits you like, and there are quite a bit out there, and you can place these all around a dish by themselves or mix it in with the dipped strawberries. Anyway, that takes care of that. That was simple. And what I like about this, the chocolate is still double boiled, very low flame, and will stay like that, and I don't have to worry about it getting hard and I have to put it back in the oven again. So now we'll take the strawberry, dip it, and what I like about having this stick and then just roll it in the almonds, and there you have with the almonds. Now you don't have to have with the almonds, you could just have it plain. Or if you like nuts, put it with nuts. It's pretty. And if you like the stripes of the white chocolate, you would melt the white chocolate separate and not with a pastry bed because the lines will be too thick. Just take a fork, a two-pronged fork or a regular fork, dip it in and just shake it like this over the strawberry, and you'll have very, very beautiful thin white lines. The only reason why I'm not doing it because I don't have any white chocolate laying around. And that takes care of, that's with the almonds, and then we do plain. And you don't have to waste the chocolate. This can be used again. Coat the whole thing and then just stick it, lift it out, and there the entire strawberry is coated in chocolate and nobody will know what it is. But if you don't want to do that, then just dip half of it in or 2/3 of it so you see the beautiful strawberry that you're using. So there it is. Oh, I forgot the graham cracker. Okay, so now that I dipped that, let me go get some of the graham cracker, which a lot of people, you use that when you're making cheesecake. And you will take this and just sprinkle it. And there you have chocolate dipped strawberry with graham cracker crumbs. Actually, it's more than crumbs if you notice how fine it is. It's almost like extra fine breadcrumbs, whereas the almonds are like nice chunky pieces. So now that sits, that'll take a little while to just harden up. You want to shut off the flame and use that chocolate for a variety of things. I'll place them on the plate when everything is done. Now what I'm going to do is take some rum flavor and put that into the chocolate. And now have melted chocolate with rum flavor. Now the problem with that is there's moisture in there. So I'm going to add a little more oil to thin it out. Well, I thinned out this chocolate with a lot of oil, vegetable oil. So very quickly, I just want to, with the stem on it, put this with these small strawberries. If you notice, put this pan, I had to change the mat because the mat won't fit in the refrigerator. So I quickly took them off, put them on a piece of aluminum foil, large parchment paper. Now I have slightly flavored chocolate with a little rum. And that takes care of that. In the refrigerator, and then we'll see what it looks like on a plate. Well, we're all done. And after you make these, whatever you're going to put them on, and use them the same day, just leave them in the refrigerator until you're ready. And there you go. Just very simple chocolate dipped strawberries with toasted almonds, and there's one sitting there with a little graham cracker crust, and a few little ones have some rum flavoring on them. But when you add the rum flavoring, you have to add a lot of oil to re-thin it.